Is it possible to become financially free through UK property investing in 2022? That was a question I got at our live event we did in Gothenburg here last week. And I thought it was such an interesting question because it is so multifaceted with everything that's going on in the world and all the challenges people are having. That is a really good question. Like, can you actually become financially free by investing in UK property in 2022? So I thought let's have a conversation. Let's look at what is it that is holding us back? What are the challenges? And what is it that is going to make this a potential success? So pros and cons, essentially. Because a lot of people, as always, will always look at, oh, if I only got started a few years ago, right? If I only came in then, right? It was always better before, right? So prior to 2008, 2009, well, that was great. I came in right after the crash, but for those who were in the crash, that was the golden age, right? Before the crash, you could get 100, 110% financing in the UK. You could buy to lets by the dozens, getting everything fully financed. So a lot of people would go like, oh, if I only got in then. Well, that wasn't all good. It wasn't all sun and roses, was it? There was a credit crunch, there was a crash, and a lot of those people lost their portfolios. So other people said that the time I came in was really, really good because I came in after the crash. But the negative there was we saw essentially 10 years with very little growth in property values, right? They were just kind of recovering a little bit from the crash, but we didn't have a great, value increase. Over a 10-year period, you kind of expect your property to double in value. Very few investors saw that. So there was always pros and cons. And if you look at the timing now, we're in a time where we've had, a 10% growth in the last year. We got runaway inflation. It's expected to go up all the way to 8.7% in the UK. Might even go higher. In other countries, it's going higher. So it's going to be very interesting to see how that develops. And so what does that mean? Well, first off, it means that prices right now for property have gone up, and they will probably continue to go up as inflation hits. Inflation essentially means the lowering of the value of money, which means that products are costing more, rents are costing more, living expenses are costing more, which also drives up the value of property. The one thing that will probably happen and is starting to happen is that the central banks will be forced to raise interest rates to curb this inflation. At the same time, though, because we're coming out of the pandemic, they can't raise it too much because that could hinder the growth. So they're kind of in a catch-22 where if they don't raise the interest rates, inflation will continue. If they do, the recovery will take longer and we could have a crash and other issues. So whatever they do, they're in a bad situation. And so they're trying to figure that out. And obviously that will determine a lot in the market. We have all the horrible things going on in the world right now, which makes us think, how do we survive? How do we do this? Can we actually succeed? Is there anything we can do? And obviously, yes, if everything escalates and we get World War III, it doesn't really matter too much what you do. If you survive that's a win in itself, okay? But let's play this game as if that is not going to happen. All right, let's think, all right, if the worst thing that could happen doesn't happen, instead the world continues kind of the way it has with the good, the bad, the ugly, what do we do as investors? Well, to me, I love what Robert and Kim Kiyosaki say. Cash flow is king. Because what we're already seeing is there are buying opportunities in different asset classes all around the world that keep coming up, right? You've seen during the past, 12 months, there have been extreme crashes in the stock market where stocks like Amazon have fallen by 70%. Amazon isn't about to go bankrupt. At least I don't believe so. So when it drops by 70%, that's a great time to buy. So if you have cash flow, meaning you got money coming in every month, you can then start looking for these opportunities. If the property market crashes, you acquire more. If the stock market crashes, you acquire more. If the crypto markets crash, you acquire more. Whatever happens, you can acquire assets. And even if you get it wrong, what if I'm wrong about Amazon, right? What if they go bankrupt? You put some money there. Well, if you got cash flow, the next month you can buy more. Okay, so you're fine. So for that reason, I think, yes, you can definitely become financially free through UK property investing in 2022. There is a good chance that your values will go up. There's also a good chance that your interest rates will go up. So I would try to, what I'm doing is kind of tying in my interest rates for as long periods as time to create that security, that sustainability in my portfolio. But of course, as things go up, as the value of money goes down, our interest and our rents will continue to go up. So yes, absolutely, go after it, start acquiring property, but as always, be smart about it. Do your due diligence, make sure you got the right team. The letting agent is key, and make sure you have that success that you deserve. If you need help, if you want to help in actually how do you do this, you can go to momentumpropertyeducation.com. You can check out when we got one of our live events. Or you can go to momentumgift.com, and we got a free digital course for you there where you can learn how to build your property portfolio. It's completely free, so just go to momentumgift.com. That's momentum, as in Momentum Property Education, and gift because it's our free gift to you. If you like this video, please hit like. For every like we get on any one of our YouTube videos, we plant a tree through our partnership with Eden Reforestation Project, a nonprofit organization that plants trees all over the world. We try to make a difference. You can make a difference. Just press that like button. And thank you so much for being here. If you want to learn more about property, we do videos on, what is a buy-to-let, what is an HMO, what is service apartments, pro tips, things to think about, and how to grow your passive income. Make sure you subscribe to Momentum Property Education so you don't miss anything. Thank you so much for joining us here today. I hope I'll see you soon.